My name is Anastasio Dalde. I am a teacher at the Myron B. Thompson Academy. Particularly, I am the physics teacher. And I would like to show you a little bit about an assessment that I made. Because we're talking about how to challenge people and how that can build confidence. Challenging a students to exceed their capabilities or exceed the bar that they have set in their mind will improve their confidence. And so I'm going to open up with this idea of how this challenge would work. I think that the best example of this would actually be from an email I got from one of the students in my physics class. She said, I was having such a difficult time on your homework, but when I figured it out, I was like, bam! I'm a genius. So here's my work that goes along with the homework. And so she emailed me a page from her notebook. She's kind of walking me through her steps, and then she's like, bam! And this makes me really excited because she didn't even email me a question. She emailed me her solution after she's challenged herself. So here's my midterm or final exam that I use, and I really enjoy this one. I'm trying to step away from the traditional word problems that physics classes present. I know that this right here looks like a word problem, but you're going to see that there's very subtle differences. Here's my final exam. It's about 4 pages long. I know it's no, actually, it's only 2 pages long, and it seems like it's a lot. And I'll kind of go through exactly what each piece is, but in essence, it's actually much more of a picture than it is a word problems. So let me show you what I mean. All right, so I have this as their final exam, and it looks like the pretty standard one, but essentially in essence, this is their final exam, and essentially this is actually all their final exam is. Throughout the semester, what I do is I teach them students how to use this program called Google Sketchup. And at this point, at the end of the semester, I can really just say, all right, how far away from the edge of the cliff did this person land? And then the student would have to go in and say, okay, wait 1 second. Now what I got to figure out is how high up is this person? And then not only do I figure out how high up it is, how far is this rope? How long is this rope? And then at what angle is this rope set at? And then in the problem, I tell them where the person releases the rope. And so after they release the rope, I got to figure out how far above the ground did this person release the rope. And so they would say, okay, well, let's measure the height of the cliff and the height of the tree and the angle at which the thing is released and use some trigonometry. And from all of that information, they can figure out how far from the edge of the cliff the person is. Now, the answer, here it is. It's this one right here. We have 3 different levels in this final exam. One is called achievement. The next one is called achievement with merit. And then the last level is called achievement with excellence. Here, let me highlight that for you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's achievement with merit, and achievement with excellence. And the students get to choose at what level they would like to attack this problem at. If they achievement level, I do have to relate these back to points because this is the final exam and that's how I grade. The person would receive like up to 80 points. So essentially they would get between a 70 and 80 if they did most of the achievements and got 1 or 2 wrong. The achievement with merit is the next stage up, and they would receive up to 90 points. So essentially, they're looking at mostly a B, because if they get every single thing correct in the achievement with merit points, then they would get an 90%, which is the bottom of an A. But then if they miss one thing, then they'll probably get somewhere in a B. What they would have to do is they would have to do all of the stuff in achievement, and in addition to that, achievement with merit. And then the next one is achievement with excellence. And this is where the students completely just blow away what regular most of the other physics students that I've seen in high schools do. And they're analyzing the problem, and they're really conceptualizing it, and they're taking the problem and applying it to different situations that would relate to their lives. And so essentially, they are mastering what I think as important skills in physics. And so that's where you can get between the above 90% and mostly, I mean, into the hundreds and even 120s, although I haven't got a student who received that level yet. But with that two-page problem and that picture that I gave, the student can come back and completely analyze this thing. And so her comments are in purple and my comments are in red after I graded it. And she completely broke every single part of this problem down. Essentially, she looked at the whole problem and said, okay, well, she took every single piece and um, and analyzed it. And her analysis, her lab report, I didn't tell them how long it has to be. It was 20 pages long. Because the way she broke the problem down, she really wanted to make sure we understood every single piece of it and whatnot. And this challenge to her built her confidence. In fact, I met her for the first time at her graduation, and she said, the class that I took from you, even though I want to be going to the medical field, has really helped me in knowing that I can do something really hard. So that is my class in a nutshell. I apologize for going so quickly. In fact, I'm going to have to cut this video into segments, but please take from this what you need, and I look forward to seeing what it is that you create. Thank you.